Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this fine, fine Monday night? Yep, night. I have to get my videos out. You all know, let me tell you right now, I do videos 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And every one Saturday out of the month, or if I'm backed up or something happened, I will work the weekend. But because of baby Crone's schedule, I have to do it this way. However, when baby Crone is out for the summer, I could video during the day. Oh, I could just have a smorgasbord. But
Yes.
right now, I have to make sure that baby Crone have a way of studying. So I give you a lot of content. So I kind of give you enough where you can eat on it. All I'm asking, eat a little day. And on the weekend, I try to make sure that baby Crone have her time. I don't want to burn her out at all. So you parents out there understand, and you students, you understand. So that's why I wish I could put more content, but I can only work with what's given to me. And thank you, baby Crone. I am
you're
eternal grateful because you do all the editing. And so when you see the bloopers, I think she does it to be strong on me.
No.
I think she said, oh yeah, you're going to be, let me tell you, you cut me off today when we were doing video. And she puts me in a bad light. She done caught me burping, belching.
I like that.
Well, anyway, I
Yes.
love her, and I believe that it's all a mistake. And I be like, take it down. But we have the views, and I'm like, I can't do anything about it. So with that being said, with no further ado, baby Crone, you want to take us up the steps, and let's see what's behind the door.
Okay, well, sadly, Married to Medicine wasn't very interesting this episode. And also because this is the second to last episode, because next week is apparently the season finale. Where did the season go?
Do you think it's going to be a finale, or you're assuming?
No, I definitely know for Married to Medicine, because from what I saw last night, I heard that next week is the season finale. They didn't air it like that on Peacock, but if you watched it on regular TV, they said that next week is the season finale.
Oh, so you knew?
Yes.
Why were you asking me, though? Why were you
I was
saying?
wondering if Potomac was going to be the same way, since they both aired at the same time.
Well, next week gonna be a doozy. So anyway, so this wasn't a very good episode to you. Well,
No.
I can tell you, the new girl, what's her name?
Dr. Alicia.
I like the way that Alicia talked to the people about her husband, and the way that she said that, what's his name, Eugene, is a little bit too liberal with Toya.
Yeah.
I agree. I know that may sound old-fashioned. I get it. But it just seems that Toya, is her name LaToya? She lacks respect for Dr. Eugene.
And she really does.
For what he does. You understand what I mean? Like, he says that even though I'm tired, he says, when I work, all I want to do is just come home, be alone, and chill. I get that. And he says, but if she really wants something, like me taking out her weave, woo, that is so tedious, people. And we don't know how many tracks she have in there, but that is a tedious job. I'm here to tell you. A lot of people go to the salon and have the salon take it out and pay money to have that taken out their head. So I haven't worn weaves in forever and forever and forever. Amen. But I'm saying I know how tedious, because I used to put them in and I had to cut them out. And I'm saying, so for him to come off from work or be on a little vacation, he's got to deal with that. That's like surgery. Jesus.
It is.
And he's not even a hairstylist.
No.
So, baby Crone, and with that, I got sidetracked. And so what Alicia said, I could see how she could be a little bit more humble towards Eugene.
Yes, she could be.
I'm not saying it like, because you see, what's her name? Oh, the one, what's her name?
Oh,
as good as I know.
Dr. Simone.
Dr. Simone be like, what? She's ready to pounce in because she dominates over her husband.
She does.
The way
really
she
does.
talked to her husband. See, every time in my opinion, every time Dr. Simone hear how that aggressiveness is, that just shine a light on Dr. Simone. And Dr. Simone start taking on a defense because Dr. Simone know that she talks horrible to her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
Yes, you guys are like on two different pages.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and that's why she be giving that look. And her husband just be laying there. He do say, yeah, and when it came about the sex, they already know he wasn't getting it. And so he was like, no, but it's better. That's terrible. I don't know. And we wonder why people cheat. And that's on both sides. You got to make room for intimacy. You have to. Be it once a week, twice a week. You got to go by your person's sexual need.
Yes.
It may have to be 3 times a week. It may have to be 2 times or 1 or maybe every other week. But you got to figure this stuff out. It shouldn't be no once a month.
No.
Or twice a month. Are you kidding me? How do you hold on with that?
Fair enough.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, that is true.
I could see if somebody has gone away or that's what I'm saying. That could be once a month or whatever. But how long is the person that's back going to be faithful?
Right.
This is a lot of questions. So, but anyway, I did understand what the name of that doctor was.
Dr. Alicia.
I understood what she was saying. I did get it, but also I saw their marriage cracking.
Oh, yes, it definitely is.
I saw their marriage cracking. Matter of fact, let me just run a few little calls. I'm just going to run a few little calls. What's their name?
Dr. Alicia and Dr. King.
They both 2 doctors.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's not the doctor that talked bad to his wife. That's another one. That's on another soap.
No, he talks back to his wife.
The one that was in the doctor's office and she was trying to get pregnant. That's not the one. Because they have children.
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's not the one. Okay. Well, I've already shuffled these. So
no, but if they're both from Nigeria, that just
so this one is from. I thought she was from New York.
She's from New York, but her husband is
from Nigeria. Well, anyway, let me lay out the 3 cards. I see a dashing.
Oh. Aye.
Let me tell you what I see. I see 2 very strong personalities. One is more practical, like one of them think more reasonable, fiery, quick to act, quick to respond, quick to do. And the other one is more ready to fight it out. Say what I gotta say. You're gonna hear me. So you got 2 strong personalities. And neither one of them hear each other. They're in opposite directions. So in retrospect, outside their kids, they got a dead marriage. What do you mean? It looks good. It looks good. She makes it look beautiful out there with us. It looks beautiful. But here it's like, and another thing, it seems that they're busy. It seems that they're busy a lot. Seems like they work a lot. What does he do?
I want to say he's a travel doctor, but I'm not.
He is a doctor.
Yes.
So they got problems in them. Can I just go a little deeper?
Yes,
let me find out what's before them. I see victory. I see a family. Oh, the high priestess. So what I see above them in the spiritual realm, above them, what they deal with, this idealist of a happy home. If I act this way, if I behave this way, I be submissive. That's what I call a happy home. But the high priestess is saying it's a lot of secrets there. You push too hard, they are vomit. It's a lot of water and a lot of secret things that's going on in their marriage. Let me just go here on one more time. Okay. Let me go and see what's laying in the earth, what they stepping on.
That's very my fitting God. Because she said that the girl needs to stop worrying about her marriage and worry about theirs.
Here I see with them, they don't get along. They bicker a lot. You see that energy? One of them is fire and one of them are air. And fire and air get along. But because they both move, the only thing a difference between fire and air is fire can reach higher than air. but they're both moving. They both powers of the air. Fire is all consuming. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's all consuming. And air whips fire up. And we see them in two different directions. Am I right?
Yes.
Arguing. Bickering. I see she feels lost at times, like he's not there and she doesn't know what to do without him. So she has to figure things out. And it seems to me when he is not there, he enjoys not being there at home. Mm-hmm. He likes his woman to be submissive, yes, but she is not submissive. She's submissive when it comes down to certain things, but she's not submissive with her mouth.
Yes, that is true.
I don't know this woman. I don't know. But this is what the cards are saying. And here we find again a hope card. I hope they stay together. That's all I could do on them. You have a question?
No.
That's what I gotta do.
You covered their marriage very well.
That's what I literally. It's a facade. It looks good on paper, and it looks good if you're looking at it. It looks victorious. But they're that high priestess. Mm-hmm. And then down below, this way you see the friction. There you go. Yes. And hope in the star. Here she feeling bound, lost, and alone a lot. Mm-hmm. Having to fight alone, hoping he'll be home. I hope he ain't up to nothing. I hope. And here, friction in a marriage. Two people are powerful. And here, slay. At the end, they don't get along. They fake like they do. I'm telling you, that marriage is a fake. Okay. I feel strong about it. It looks good. That marriage is a fake. They need work. I'm just saying. Go ahead, baby.
I can believe it.
I'm just saying. Well, we won't see it, but don't be surprised if they separate or break up in the future. Yeah. Unless they could get it together, because she's a very hothead. One of them is a hothead.
I believe it's her. And what I do find interesting is that...
And the way she talks to him, it just doesn't come off like that, but behind closed doors.
Yes, I can tell, because the way she talked about how the problem is a financial problem, just one example to give. She said that was a problem, but then later on was like, well, we play to each other's strengths, and he's stronger in the finances, so he handles it. But then he just dogged you in front of the entire group saying, my wife spends so much money and she can't account for it. Ouch.
Well, what's wrong?
Nothing. Just thinking about their dynamic and how they just took jabs at each other on camera. Like,
well, now that you're mentioning that, you scratched it a little bit and fell apart. And I didn't even know it. Now I see it. You scratch it a little. I only wanted to do it because I'm like, they seem like they simmering, like they just ready to vomit everywhere. Like they just seem like it's got so much pent up energy because they faking. Their marriage is not as real as they claim it is. So let's go. Yeah. Well, anyway.
And then lastly, the last important thing in this episode was Jackie and Sweet Tea had a somewhat apologetic situation. Then we hear Dr. Jackie later on in the episode after saying she's ready to make amends.
At least that's the way that they wanted us to see it.
Yes, wanted us to see it. When it was time for the couple's sleepover tent, Dr. Jackie was like, oh, this is set up like middle school. T's going to feel right at home.
Now, why would you make a joke when you said that it was done and water under the bridge and we're moving on? Why be sarcastic when you know she's sensitive about it? You said you wasn't going to do it.
Yes.
You see, you can't be trusted, Jackie.
No, and she wanted to
be trusted.
Give her the slapping her mother never gave her either.
And that world would have whipped her ass. You hear me? You hear me? Her husband would have had to jump in, the jolly green giant. Green giant. I mean, he would have to jump in that big. Oh, that's Sasquatch. Dang. Girl, I just can't even imagine how Jackie had that beast lay on her. Oh. Jesus. Whoo. Is it true about the feet? I'm just saying. God knows, little tiny Jackie. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's all I got to say about that.
That is a funny picture to try to picture.
I can't. I can't. I can't. Go ahead and
Okay.
do something I can.
Okay, well, the last thing that I just wanted to talk about is Phaedra talking about how
She was there?
Yes, Phaedra. Phaedra's in Married to Medicine.
I know she's in it, but she was there tonight?
Yes, she was.
What she have to say? It's weird. Where's she there? She don't fit.
No, and
she was there.
Yes.
And I made a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, because she made a well, first off, before we get to that comment, she had made a joke about saying her problem is that she's single and she's enjoying being single. And why is that? Because she's been with Apollo since her teen years.
She didn't say Apollo.
Not Apollo, but she's been with her husband.
That's a lie.
Yes.
That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 stacks of cat poo. She's lying. You know, so I don't know how far it goes back, maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6. I don't even know if that's that long when her and Paolo was married. Okay, so it could have been 6 years ago. I'd say no more than 7. You can follow that because that wasn't long ago. And she was well in her 30s. Phaedra lied about that. You know, I'm starting to think Phaedra done had quite a few men.
Yes, she was married to Apollo from 2009 to 2017.
I rest my case. Now, how that going to be her 2009, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. She wasn't married to that man no 8 years. Maybe it took her 8 years to get a divorce.
Right.
They need to stop.
And she definitely didn't know him or he was even
because her children were still little boys. She had a baby. Phaedra, you're lying. See, we follow it. That's the one thing when you follow something. She lied. She was not married to him for what she say, 9, 10 years.
Since she's been a teenager.
Lies. Maybe somebody else. But far as I know, Phaedra only been married once. And that was to that disastrous marriage with her and Apollo. Because he was laundering money. Playing with that money. And word on the curb is Phaedra had a part of it too. But she wasn't proven, so she got off because Phaedra is a lawyer. You know Phaedra gonna protect herself. So I don't blame you, Phaedra.
No, she really will.
So
yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode. They're kind of winding it down because maybe hopefully the next episode will bring some drama with Quad and Dr. Jean.
Oh yeah, she's supposed to show up. And that thing, wasn't that a little doctor? Isn't that a little Dr. G, a little light-skinned Dr. G that walked up in there with Quad? Oh, did you see Haiti had to give her hand over there?
She did.
Chad. Do you think he was jealous?
I think so, a little bit.
Why?
Maybe he felt like she moved on too quickly.
It's been years. He's married.
Yeah, that is true. But maybe just to walk in.
Maybe we have to wait till next week. I don't know why Quad wants to be on this show. If you're going to be on this show, Quad, you better have a doctor, a boyfriend, somebody you knocking boots. Because if that, you don't need to be on the show and move Phaedra. She doesn't fit. She really doesn't fit. She's like a fish out of water. She don't fit. Go put her back on Atlanta where you don't have to have a man. This show, you got to have a man, or else it don't look right. Didn't look right with Quad, and it definitely don't look like with Phaedra. No. Bye, baby. Phaedra, that's no lie. Your role don't fit, and I'm being honest with you. Go on back over there to Atlanta, and let's see what's going to happen. Apparently, you and Portia made up, which is good. I'm not surprised. So just go on back over there with your corny self. I do love you, but you done gotten so fake. You look like a fake black Barbie doll. You don't even look real. I don't even know. You look like a blow-up doll. You just don't even look real. And I'm not talking about one of them cheap blow-up dolls. I'm talking about one of them ones that you could call and you can have what you want made at that. I knew somebody who ordered one. Yep, that kind of doll. Yes. You get it the height you want, the hair you want, the breast you want, everything you want. I mean, it can cost you anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. or depending on what you get, they are
More
not
now
cheap.
because of
And they
inflation,
ship it to
probably.
you in a box. Not for me. I know someone who have it, and I'm just saying.
Yeah. And
So she looks like a real doll, and not like in a lawyer way, but in a sexual way.
Yes.
She comes off very, very, very sexual.
Yes,
And the way she dressed, and she always looked thick to me. She
Yes,
just
she
looked
does,
like
she
she going
does.
like she just she's stuffed in her
And
clothes,
she
and
even looks like she has some like, I don't even want to call them like swollen lips, but her lips just look a little too big. And it doesn't help though, all the faces that she makes just be. I'm sorry, Phaedra. I do love that colored hair that you have though.
yeah.
I hate to end it on that note.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sunflowers.